Hi, my name is Judy, and this past summer I worked with Thornton Tomasetti to research the life cycle ethics of the built environment. My research focuses on uncovering how modern slavery infiltrates global supply chains, affecting the products and materials imported into the US. Through material mapping, examining case studies from other industries, analyzing policy and legislature, and conducting interviews with leaders in the AEC industry, I've developed a report that offers insights and actionable items for everyone in the industry committed to ethical labor practices. So, all buildings are affected by modern slavery. What can we do to eliminate unethical labor from our supply chains? I began first by looking at common materials used in construction, and I started with glass. This is a material map for typical facade glass, breaking down the mineral components, the percentages of each of those components, as well as their risk. Understanding the material or mineral breakdown of our architectural products helps to pinpoint materials that can potentially have high risk and the countries associated with that risk. We live in a world of large, complicated global supply chains where we can be up to 4 tiers away from the original raw material suppliers. And having drawn out supply chains with multiple distributors and middlemen makes it difficult to track materials and the ethical labor standards enforced while sourcing and manufacturing that product. So, making maps like this one can help people in the AEC industry understand points of risk and find out where they can push for transparency in the supply chain. So, historically, advancing material transparency for environmental and health initiatives in the architectural industry has involved asking manufacturers to provide documentation and transparency labels for their products. Uh, Architectural professionals have been successful in this regard, pushing more manufacturers to obtain EPDs, which are environmental product declarations, and HPDs, health product declarations, along with other material certifications. This four-step process that we've developed at Thornton Tomasetti follows a similar methodology to enable anyone in the industry to appropriately inquire about the risk of unethical labor practices and ethical labor practices from manufacturers. The first step is to identify the manufacturer that you're working with and read their website literature. This can mean looking through their HR policies and understanding a company's existing policies with regulations like the California Transparency and Supply Chain Act or other policies like the Build America, Buy America Act. After sorting through their website, you can utilize trusted tools like the Responsible Sourcing tool or the Government Trade tool to locate the material that you're inquiring about and identify the high-risk countries associated with that material. And after doing this preliminary research, you can go ahead and conduct your outreach. And so contacting a representative or someone within the company to provide documentation or offer insights in the supply chains is really the first step in confirming with them if the materials that are being sourced are coming from those high-risk locations that you've identified in your research. And the last step is really just to verify and advocate. And so while supply chain information can be sensitive, it's crucial to verify the risk to the best of your ability. And if documentation isn't available, it's important to explain why architects and other people in the industry want to have more information on the supply chain and be able to make better material decisions. And so advocating for transparency so manufacturers understand that architects also prioritize this information pushes from a bottom-up effect for manufacturers to show that transparency. Lastly, everyone has a role to play. We face significant hurdles like strong national policy that enforces businesses to share auditing documentation and ensure transparency. But I believe that the largest obstacle is understanding the specific action items for each discipline. This can include identifying the domain in which each group can perform due diligence and determining how they can collaborate officially towards this common goal. And so through interviews that I've held with industry professionals, I've gained a deeper understanding of the interconnected responsibilities required to ensure ethical procurement. And so this led to the development of tailored guides to each discipline, providing resources and actionable steps to eliminate modern slavery from our buildings. We are all part of this ecosystem responsible for improving the built environment, and it's time to achieve this goal from an ethical perspective alongside a healthy and environmental sustainability initiatives that already exist. I want to thank both UNH and Thornton Tomasetti for the opportunity to research this emerging topic in the AEC industry and for a very fruitful summer experience. Thanks.